Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday Sit Down. I'm Reverend Phil Dieke, one of the pastors on staff here at White Rock United Methodist Church. This is a little bit of a different setup than what I usually do. We had a little bit of a tech glitch, and so I'm making do with my earbuds, and we're making it happen. And it might have a little bit of glitch here and there. We're going to keep our fingers crossed that it all works. I mean, what else could we expect in 2020, right? That we have something kind of falling apart here on the last Sunday of Advent. So it is the fourth Sunday of Advent, and if you've been here for the last three Sunday Sit Downs, I talked all about my ugly sweaters and how much I enjoyed the tradition of them. Well, this isn't really an ugly sweater that much anymore. It's actually a really comfy and cozy sweater, and I love it. And I thought the last Sunday of Advent, we do purple candles again, and so I'm actually now, this is my purple candle Advent sweater. Did everyone pick that up? Okay, that's ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, so it's actually, I decided that sweaters are like the adult versions of hoodies. You know, whenever I don't want to actually get dressed up and look official, I can just throw on a sweater and it actually looks somewhat official, but it's still really comfy and cozy. Anywho, all that to say, we're glad that you joined us this morning for the sit down. We do this every Sunday before we kick off worship. And this morning, I've invited Jake to come join us. Jake is on staff at White Rock, and I'm going to let him introduce himself here in just a second. But Jake's one of those people, kind of like Dexter and some of the folks who are behind the scenes a whole lot, making all the things happen. And you don't often get to see them on camera or in person because we're not doing anything in person right now. So I wanted Jake to come on and just be able to share a little bit of his favorite traditions and holidays, memories and stuff like that. And we're going to have a really fun Would You Rather at the end, too. So Jake, thanks for being with us, man.
You bet. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jake's actually at home this morning in the comfort of his own home, which is awesome that we can rely on technology to do things like this. But yeah. Jake, just give us a little bit of a background on where you come from for people who don't know you and don't know where you're from. Let us have a little peek into your history.
Yeah, I come from actually East Dallas, born and raised. We have long generations of family in the Dallas area, 7 generations going back. It's funny, earlier this week, my daughter had a Girl Scout meeting virtually, and we actually went over our family history, and it was really cool for her to learn more about that and everything. But born and raised in East Dallas, went to Bryan Adams High School around the corner, grew up around here, and we moved to Indiana actually when I was 16. So it's kind of a culture shock type of thing. But so as soon as I graduated from high school there, I moved back to Texas because Texas, for some reason, always has my heart, and it's just a great place to live. And then I kind of went to college in Abilene, Texas at Hardin-Simmons University, moved around a little bit after college, ended up back in Dallas, Texas in 2013, where I reconnected with an old friend from high school who's now my wife, and it's really cool. So
that's a good reconnection. That worked out really well.
It was a really good reconnection. It was a really good reconnection. So it was fun, obviously.
Awesome.
So. It's funny, she still has a picture from when I gave her, those wallet-sized pictures from homecoming people used to pass around.
Yeah.
And it's inscribed in the back from me. And I was such a cornball, and you could tell I was trying to flirt with her. And, my last name is Houze, so you can use it as an awesome dad joke of how's it going?
Awesome.
And so I wrote that out, and then a was up, the WZ with just the arrow up. I mean, I was so charming and cool.
You were hitting all the cool things. I love that.
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't use those lines when we reconnected. And so
that would have been awesome, right?
Yeah,
hey, remember that time on that?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
So, moved back 2013. Before I ended up at White Rock, I was actually in criminal justice as a probation officer for 10 years.
Wow.
And then Chris Bonner, the Bonners, he is my brother-in-law.
Shout out to the Bonners.
Yeah, brother-in-law by marriage. Is that how you say it? Or is it just brother-in-law? He's my brother-in-law.
It's fine.
He's my brother. So he led me on to this position, director of operations, opening up at White Rock, and was like, man, I think you'd be great for it. You should apply. Okay, yeah, let's do this. And so here we are.
How long you been here at the church?
A year. Yeah, it's been a year. I think last week was my year date.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is crazy. And it's been a weird year, obviously,
What a whirlwind year, huh?
Yeah. So
that's crazy. Well, okay, so what we've been doing with the sit down for the season of Advent was just letting people kind of see what traditions that you grew up with and the things that you really loved. And if you think back on memories of Christmas, what are the things that really stand out to you?
We are a big film movie family. And so a lot of our traditions revolve around the movies we watched. And so they were always White Christmas, It's a Wonderful Life, Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn?
Holiday Inn. See, that's like a dark horse. It's not really a Christmas one, but I think it's still like a Irving Berlin musical that it has Bing Crosby in it. He still sings White Christmas.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. The old George C. Scott Christmas Carol. But there's also this really cool thing. So, back when we had VCRs and you had to like physically put the tape in and press record when a show came on that you wanted to watch.
Yeah.
My parents created this tape of all these old Christmas cartoons and movies when we were kids. And then it was like 1986, I believe, 87. And so they transposed that into a DVD and gave it to my brother and I, and we still have it. And it has the commercials from 1987 in there. So it's awesome to like reminisce, and you still have like the old school Nabisco commercials and old school M&M commercials from the 80s. And we also have like the Charlie Brown Christmas and all these, the old Rudolph, all in this DVD. So I bust that out to like every Christmas to watch. And now I get to share that with my daughter. And I'm sure she's like, why is it so fuzzy? Like, cause it's, VCR style tape. So.
Well, even like when we watch anything now and there's a commercial on it, my kids are like, what's happening? Why is there commercials? Can we fast forward through this?
What is this?
No. Yeah. Right. It's so confusing. Yeah. Oh, how far we've come, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Well, what are your opinions on the whole, like Warner Brothers moving all their movies to, they're still doing movie theaters, but then they're also doing the live streaming on when they release them.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think that's a good idea, but it's also strange. Like that's
so strange.
It's a weird thing, but
yeah, we were the same way. We would often go to Christmas movies on Christmas Day, so it's weird. And I say that, and then I'm also like, I kind of like the convenience of being in my house and being able to watch a movie when it first comes. Yeah. So yeah, I hear that. So you brought this whole idea of movies into the family you have now. Is there other traditions that you've carried on, or were there traditions that your wife brought that you were like, how's that going to work? Like, is this going to cause conflict or?
Yeah, and we were talking about this recently too. Is just our transition and how and hers is very family oriented. Like, and so Christmas Eve is a huge celebration, and it's a bunch of family get together, eat, give gifts. I mean, it's a long evening process, and it's fun. And so I enjoy that every Christmas Eve. And then also on top of that, so they have a saying, I don't know if any other family says this, like, so you call the morning of Christmas Eve and say Christmas Eve gift. Has anyone else heard of this?
I've never heard of this.
The Martin family. Shout out to the Martin family. They're great. They're awesome. So those are traditions. So we call her dad every Christmas Eve morning and say Christmas Eve gift, and it's responded back. And I'm not sure where it comes from. It's her granddad.
Same thing. Christmas Eve gift.
Christmas Eve gift. It's just, I guess it's a greeting.
Interesting.
It's great. And then like obviously decorating. Like I come from a very decorative family for Christmas Eve. Okay. We were not as decorative as our nuclear family right now, but that's still, we put on the old classic Christmas music, and then go buy our tree from a lot, come back and start decorating the house and everything. So it's always fun, and lifting Addie up to put the angel on top of the tree.
Yeah.
So
you're an angel, not a star person on the top of the tree.
Yeah, it's an angel. It's not a star.
See, I grew up with an angel on the top of ours too. And then at one point it became a Santa Claus, which I was like, Santa.
Yeah. Wait, why is Santa?
I know, right? It's interesting. The star, the angel. Nope, Santa Claus. That's awesome. Do you guys do a lot outside decorating too?
No, I need to be better at that. Like I get frustrated, like because I have this grand design in my mind, like a Clark Griswold type.
Totally, that was what I was thinking.
And then things start to get crossed or things don't work, and so I give up.
Yeah, that's.
But I need to be better about that. Yeah. You guys, you do outside decorating all?
Well, I'm going to confess here. I'm totally the person that pays somebody to come put lights up for me. So I'm like, I don't have an extension ladder, and two, all I need is to fall off of a ladder when I borrow it and end up breaking something. Yeah. As much as I want to, like I have such fond memories of like putting Christmas lights up with my family. Like my dad would, he did have the extension ladders, and he'd bust it out and it'd be a whole ordeal. And like, we'd be the ones out there unwinding them in the yard and making sure that, like we could get them all strung up. And like, I have really fond memories. I say they're fond. My mom's probably laughing at this right now watching. Like, it was probably all of us as kids were like, it's too cold. We don't want to go out and do that. And my dad was like, come on, we're doing it. Like, so I don't know. Like maybe it's, sometimes we remember things more fondly than they actually were in the time, right? But yeah, I love having lights out, and I'm a big fan of it. What I did this year is I put a tree up in the kids' playroom, right in that big window, like in the front of our house in the playroom. So that was like kind of my mark of like, and my sister, the first time I was in an apartment when I first graduated college, my sister's gift to me was to come and like buy me a bunch of stuff to decorate for Christmas, and she decorated my whole apartment. And so I still have some of those things from that first Christmas that she did.
That's great.
And some of them are like these, like not quite neon, like what Keith talked about a couple weeks ago, but like really like those string lights, like where it's and it's real bright red. And so I wrapped the tree in it. And so like if you drive by our house now, there's like this big bright red, like it kind of looks weird. Anyway, I love it though. It lights up all this fun stuff. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. If you had to pick, I want to know this. If you had to pick, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Since you said movies are a big part of it. If you had to pick one, what would you pick?
White Christmas.
Just like that.
Hands down. Yeah, there's just something. It makes me feel good to watch that movie every Christmas. It brings back good memories, and like the family almost singing along to all the songs, like the sister act. The Danny Kaye and Bing Crosby doing it together and them cracking up. That's always a good. I mean, White Christmas is my quintessential like Christmas movie. It's a Wonderful Life is I think a close second, but I would say
the old
Christmas.
school. Just keep it traditional.
Old school. Yeah,
I love it. Okay, talk to me about food. What's do y'all have food traditions? Food that you like? Some people. What was it? Mitchell, I think, was saying they go have like Chinese food or something like that.
That's great. No, we don't have the same thing every year. Like, this is through my wife's family too, since we do the big Christmas Eve celebration there. That we kind of get together on Thanksgiving and decide what we're gonna have for Christmas. So it's some year we had like slow bone fried chicken, which is amazing.
Ooh.
And it's not your traditional. My family, when we would get together for Christmas, it would be more of a traditional ham and side plate type of thing.
That's a good. Are you a ham or a turkey person?
Oh man, a turkey.
Are you really?
Yeah. Oh, am I disappointing you, Phil?
I feel like most people I talk to are like, I mean, I eat the turkey, but I really just would prefer like a ham. But
a good ham.
I will say, I hope Peter's not watching, right? Like when we used to actually hunt and you'd kill it and have a fresh turkey, I did love a good fresh turkey. My dad would deep fry them. Oh, so good. But yeah, if I had to choose between it now, I'd always go ham. The good old honey baked ham is hard to beat. So
go ham, baby.
I know, right? Okay, you ready for this? Would you rather? Did you ever do these games back in the day?
Yes. Yeah.
This is like taking me back to my youth ministry days, right? Where we play all the like ridiculous would you rather.
Oh yeah.
Okay, some of these are pretty ridiculous too. But since we're talking about turkey, let's start with this one. Would you rather your hair always smell like turkey or chimney smoke?
Oh man, that's really
Isn't that a weird one?
Yeah, I guess turkey would just be weird to me. Like chimney smoke, at least I could play it off like I'm a chimney sweep, like I'm Dick Van Dyke.
And then you have to dance around all the time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Just have a thing. So.
And I feel like if it's turkey, would it make you tired? Does the smell just make you tired? Like
exactly.
The food?
And there goes Jake. He smells like turkey. Like, I don't know. That's just weird.
That would be a weird thing for people to say. Is that turkey again? Oh, it's just Jake. It's fine.
That's just Jake.
Okay, would you rather be arrested for impersonating Santa Claus or for stealing presents?
Impersonating Santa Claus.
It's also a strange question. Eat a Christmas dinner that's covered in cranberry sauce or gravy?
Oh, gravy, hands down.
Yeah.
I'm not a big cranberry sauce person.
Really?
I steer clear, but I'll pile on some gravy.
What kind of gravy? The white or brown?
White.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
Love it. Okay. I think I know the answer to this one already, but never have hot chocolate again or never watch a Christmas movie ever again?
Oh, never have hot chocolate.
I figured as much with that. That was a pretty easy one. This one's kind of random, but would you rather give one person $1,000 or give 1,000 people $1?
Oh, man. I think probably do the one big gift, $1,000 to one person. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one, right? Because randomly giving people $1, I'm sure they'd be like, "Why are you giving me $1?
Right.
What can I do with $1 these days?" You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have elf ears or Santa's white beard forever?
Ooh. I mean, I like beards, so I think I might just go ahead and go with the white beard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a good one for you too. Would you rather star in the world's worst Christmas movie or dress as Mrs. Claus for a year?
I might have to star in the world's worst Christmas movie because I think that'd be a great claim to fame too.
I love it.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Would you rather have holiday decorations up all year or never be able to put them up again at all?
Oh, up all year. I'd rather do that.
Yeah. Would you rather sing Christmas songs solo to an audience of 2 million people or wet your pants while sitting on Santa's lap?
Well, I've already wet my pants while sitting on Santa's lap.
You did not?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, that's going to be a great story.
No, I would say, let's go ahead and sing some Christmas carols to 2 million people.
That would be pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather have skis for feet or tinsel for hair?
Man, I feel like my hair is kind of tinsely right now. So tinsel for hair, sure.
I like it. Have 11 pipers piping or 12 drummers drumming?
Well, as a drummer, yes, I'd have 12 drummers drumming.
Okay. Have carrot for your nose or reindeer hoofs hands?
Yeah, let me do Who's for hands.
Okay.
I think that'd just be interesting all the way around.
Maybe you could fly like Rudolph at that point too.
Exactly.
Okay. Have eggnog flavored fruitcake or fruitcake flavored eggnog?
Ooh, I do enjoy some eggnog. Fruitcake flavored eggnog. Or
Right?
eggnog.
Both of those
I guess
sound terrible.
Yeah, not a good choice either way. So I guess I'd do the eggnog flavored fruitcake since I like eggnog. I don't know. I don't like fruitcake.
Right?
So.
Both of those sound equally terrible. Okay, last one because it comes back to the sweaters. Get stuck in a chimney for 4 hours or wear a different ugly Christmas sweater every day for 4 months.
Ugly Christmas sweater every day.
Right? Like, who wouldn't want to wear an ugly Christmas
Yeah.
sweater for that? Anyway.
It's fantastic.
Okay. Hey, it's good to get. So this is good for me too, right? Because Jake and I have worked together for almost 6 months now, but we've actually only seen each other in person like 4 times.
Yeah.
No, it's a few more times than that. But this is just fun. It's fun to get to know you and hear a little bit about your story, where you're coming from. Thanks for taking the time to join us this morning.
You bet. I appreciate it.
And for all of you who are joining us, thanks for entertaining me in my weird Christmas wanting to sit down and have fun around the holidays like this and get to talk about weird sweaters too much. So grab a cup of coffee, do whatever you need to do before worship starts. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Thanks so much for joining us, y'all.